press club, what in this atmosphere you think would have been unfair to you?
This atmosphere? I don't think this atmosphere would have been unfair to me. There were some conflicts with some of the times that we were talking about here. I think the Cleveland City Club would have been unfair. And you need to know just a little bit about me. The Cleveland City Club, when I was running for the United States Senate, they decided to ignore me. So I returned the favor.
Would you support a bill to stop the pay-to-play current process to get elected in favor of a process that requires media outlets to provide an equal amount of access to all candidates?
Yes.
There's been confusion in the media over whether or not you believe President Obama is Christian. Please clarify. Also, do you believe President Obama was born in the U.S. or Kenya, as some assert?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're all free to draw our own conclusions. I don't see how where our president came from or what religion he is has much to do with my run for the United States House of Representatives. I said earlier on that I respect the office of President of the United States. I reserve the right to disagree with him. I'm not sure what religion he is, and I have no knowledge of where he was born. And I'd like to point out that that just doesn't have anything to do with the House of Representatives right now.
Would you move to repeal any existing trade agreements, and if so, which ones and why?
Trade agreements. Now, I'm a businessman in Northern Ohio, and I've been accused in some of these attack ads of saying that I want to send jobs to China. Now, how counterproductive would that be for a businessman in Northern Ohio? I want more people to be at work. I want more people to have good jobs so that they can buy cars. I mean, that's as simple as it is. Trade agreements, I would analyze each and every one of them. I'm in favor of having a renaissance with our manufacturing. And I think we can start that, ladies and gentlemen. There are some trade agreements that I would be opposed to that impact jobs. I am a job creator and I'm a job advocate, but most importantly, I'm proud to be an American in this greatest country in the history of mankind. I'm proud of that, and I would not do anything to harm American workers. That's not on my agenda at all. Just look at my track record. You know, in business we have a small action, we say, the proof of ability is results. I've made a payroll every week for 42 and a half years. I challenge anyone in the House or the Senate to say that they've made a payroll anywhere near 42 and a half years every week. I challenge them. Everyone talks about jobs, and this is a job-related issue when you're talking about sending stuff overseas. We have to find a way to make our businesses and our employees competitive. And we can do that. Business people know how to do that. Ford Motor Company's at a disadvantage of $600 to $800 a car, and they're thriving right now. So we can do that, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll find a way to do that. You know, the American worker is the most competitive guy in the world. We've just got to get a control on the cost, and we've got to take away the incentive to ship our jobs overseas. And we have to do that without much government interference. When you talk to CEOs of major companies, they're afraid of our government. But you know, that's not what our founding fathers had in mind when they founded this great country. It was supposed to be leadership by the people. And we need to get back to that, ladies and gentlemen, where we, the voters and citizens of the greatest country on this earth, get back to doing things that's best for the workers of the United States. Next question.
Where do you stand on the Second Amendment?
the right to own and bear arms. Second only to freedom of speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a concealed carry license, one of the very first in the state of Ohio. I think that's one of our inalienable rights. I stand tall and firm on the Second Amendment. I would not allow anyone to challenge that. That's been part of our country for 250 years. Why it's under attack now, I don't know, but I can tell you that's where I stand. Firm, strong. I'm a member of the NRA, I have a concealed carry license, and we've had some examples. I'm also the head of Crime Stoppers, you know that. We've had some examples where people licensed to carry weapons have in fact stopped robberies, stopped murders, and stopped rapes. There's nothing wrong with good citizens having the right to carry a gun. The criminals are always going to carry one. They don't get licenses or anything. They're always going to have a weapon. So I stand strong with the Second Amendment.
Many economists have accused China of manipulating its currency value to the detriment of U.S. exports. The IMF, for one, has recently concluded that China's currency is significantly undervalued. How should America respond to this problem?
And I agree that China has their currency terribly undervalued. There's a couple approaches to that. One is we can try to negotiate with them and give them some understanding. The other is we can use our economic muscle. And if that's what it takes to make these countries get a fair, level playing field, then I'm in favor of that. You know, we for too long have been frightened of other countries economically. Well, now I say it's time to really stand up and say, here's what we are, we need the jobs here, we're going to fight for those jobs, and we're going to put tariffs on if we have to, because we're going to protect the American worker.
How do you suppose you will get anything done with neither party agreeing on anything?
Well, one of the beautiful things about the auto industry is the ability to negotiate. I can tell you that I will never compromise my conservative values, but I will work to generate some form of consensus. And the way I think I can do that, believe it or not, is I think I can be pretty convincing. And I will work to convince the other congressmen and women the right policies and procedures and how to create a budget. Do you realize right now the United States of America does not have a budget? We do not have a budget. And my opponent has had two bites at the apple, still hasn't created a budget. You can't run a business without a budget, let alone the largest country in the history of the world. You can't do it. So we have to start with a budget, and then I think I know how to instill the discipline to stay within that budget. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that was the last question. You've been a great audience. I've enjoyed being here. I believe this is my second or third time here. I'll look forward to coming back. And congratulations to Akron. We were talking about it at the table there. This used to be the rubber capital of the world, but you folks have found ways to diversify and come up with new products that are really going to revitalize the city. And it's fun to be a businessman here and participate in that. Thank you very much. This is a historic election, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you vote for me or not, get out and vote for your country. We have an obligation to do that. Do it for your country. Think of it as an obligation and as patriotism. Do you know we've had many, many people die for that flag? You can at least get out there and vote for it. Thank you.